All right, good evening, ladies. Welcome back to Pumpamentals, episode 7 or something. In today's video, we are going to be talking about everything going to the absolute moon because Bitcoin has broken all-time highs. I'm joined here with ConfiGen. How's it going, ConfiGen?
Hey man, how's it going? I'm all good. How about yourself?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. The trenches are back. Everything's back. Well, we've yet to see if this is going to be another fake out, but personally, I think um, like this is our third stab at 110k. Like even if it does take a bit of time, I do think this is the one where we break through.
Yeah, I
And
agree because that bill is almost passed, right? The some stablecoin bill in the US.
oh yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel
Do you
like
know
that's
much about
kind of
that?
driving. I just know that it's kind of like bullish if it gets passed because then a lot more like banks and stuff will get into stablecoins, which will just send the whole market. And I
Yeah.
think that is a big contributor to why we're moving up right now.
Okay. I didn't even hear about that, to be honest. Look at this squiggle that I drew last year. That's kind of crazy. I drew it in November 2023 and just completely went sideways for another year, I thought. But obviously the ETFs made it pump way faster, and then Trump pumped it way faster. But we're actually exactly where this squiggle said we should be. And then from what is it? The road to 100k is hard. The road from 100k to 200k is easy. So hopefully that turns out to be true. Um, yeah, I think we can talk about this guy, this James Wynn character. He's opened a $1 billion position on Bitcoin.
He's crazy, and I hope he wins as well. Like,
Yeah, same. Uh, so this guy has, he's just reposting all this stuff. Let me see. Yeah, he's just been crazy. So here he is. He's actually increased this. It says $673 million Bitcoin long, 40x long, an absolute degen with way too much money. We were talking before the show, like, is this guy for real? Is this guy legit? But like, this is on chain. This is on Hyperliquid, so you can actually see his trade. So we can go to Hyperdash, and you can actually see his P&L. And he was up almost $20 million earlier today, and from $20 million in profit, he dropped to minus $15 million. So that was a $40 million swing of this huge whale degen, which someday we both hope to be. And yeah, his P&L is just like going crazy with like Bitcoin. Let me get a chart that doesn't have any squiggles on it. I'll change it to early or something. Yeah, all this volatility right here. It's just like making his P&L go crazy. But yeah, open this huge long right at all-time high resistance. It's just a bit crazy, but yeah, exactly. I hope he wins because we'll all be happy if he does.
yeah, I agree.
I also wanted to talk about, I don't know if you've seen any of these Bitcoin strategy companies or these Bitcoin treasury companies. Loads of them have been going absolutely crazy. Let me see if I can show you.
I did, yeah, I did. I've not been following it properly, but I did hear about some of these, like, I guess, like you said, like MicroStrategy kind of companies
Yeah,
popping up.
MicroStrategy massively outperformed Bitcoin since like the last 2 years. Um, it's not doing like a crazy well right now. It's still actually, well, it's doing pretty good. Like, but yeah, this was what during the bear market. This was $20 or so, and now it's 400.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually owned a shitload of MicroStrategy, and I sold it for Coinbase, which turned out to be actually a shitty trade. I thought
Oh,
Coinbase would,
damn.
yeah, I thought Coinbase was going to do better, but Coinbase still did fine, obviously, but not as good. Uh,
It might still, it might be one of those, you got to kind of wait still because I hopped some Coinbase as well. I do
yeah,
think it's a good proxy on crypto, like proxy on kind of like like retail getting into crypto again.
yeah, uh, my theory with Coinbase over MicroStrategy was that there was going to be an altcoin season, and Bitcoin would kind of underperform the altcoins. And in that case, Coinbase would be making more trading profits and more revenue than just Bitcoin itself. So that was kind of the theory, but we obviously didn't really get an alt season really yet. Now, I do think, I know we keep jinxing it, but I do think when we do break this 110K resistance, we could finally get an all season, like Bitcoin dominance could finally put in a local top. Let's see how it's going right now.
Yeah, and to be honest, a lot of like kind of other smart traders I follow are buying a lot of Ethereum right now.
Yeah,
So
Ethereum looks good too.
yeah, I think Ethereum is the play, and obviously then alts, but like I think Ethereum could rally quite a bit.
Yeah. Now, am I going to buy Ethereum? No, but yeah, I do agree with you.
I still hold
uh,
mine from last cycle, so
yeah, that's
uh,
yeah,
I don't like Ethereum that much, but I just know that it eventually pump because it's like it's very TradFi friendly and it kickstarts all seasons. So, but I'm sure there are other things will outperform it like Sui and Solana, right? So
yeah. But yeah, I do finally think it's probably bottomed for this cycle. Like that was crazy. It got down to 1200. So and then I had a massive, massive pump there.
that
Um,
is crazy.
yeah, actually, just the last point on this is Meta Planet. I think this is a Japanese company, but yeah, they started doing a Bitcoin treasury strategy, and I think they only launched in like January or something. Let's see, they launched in December. They were just under $2, like $1.50, another $15, and they just basically invest in Bitcoin. So like if anyone's interested in stocks and stuff, all these Bitcoin strategy companies, I think there's a few more that I asked Rock about. Here's a few more that you could look into. Semler Scientific. There's a few, and there's probably more than this, but they're all absolutely going crazy. And there's actually, like, if you want to potential follow-up play, what's the Solana one called? Solana Strategies, I think. Sol Strategy. Like, this hasn't gone crazy yet, but if Solana pumps and all these Bitcoin strategy treasury companies did so well, and then Solana pumps, you could see something like this, like do really, really well. So that's kind of one I'd be looking at. And obviously, I'm a super Sol Maxi bull, whatever. So I do think Solana's going to make new highs, and this is going to be like a levered bet on Solana.
Nice.
So I haven't actually bought any of this, but I think that could be an interesting play. Yeah, all these strategy companies, it could be interesting. Maybe we'll move on to like memes and all the on-chain stuff that's going. We're kind of having a nice day today. Do you want to talk about the IBRL one that you found?
Yeah, sure. So this IBRL one, I saw the founder of Solana, Raj
Oh
Gokul
yeah.
shell it, so that's why I bought it. It's like a DEX that protects users from front running. I think it's like the first of its kind. Somehow it's like sandwich resistant AMM or something. So and it's backed by Paradigm. So I was like, okay, let me buy this 2x, and I sold it. I mean, it
Okay.
could go higher, but this market's very PvP right now, and I
So it's
just
just a
thought,
DEX, but
yeah,
yeah, it stops front running and everything. Okay, that's interesting. So they actually built
yeah.
it. I actually saw this earlier, but yeah, I didn't look into it really. And then obviously this is where the Raj shill came in, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So Raj is one of the founders of Solana, and this was his post, just giving a little shout out. So yeah, it pays
it
to
was
be.
both him and Tolly, the other
Oh
founder,
really?
shared it as well, and then
Oh, okay.
Ansom's wallet bought it.
Oh
They
right.
actually tagged Ansom saying, "Can you shill this?" And
Are you
also,
serious?
Yeah, they did, and also and Ansem retweeted it, and then also Kobe replied saying this is cool or something as well to Raj.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So what do you think? Do you think this has legs? Is anyone who use this Dex?
I think it does definitely have legs, but the token is like the first token on the dex, so it's not actually the dex's token. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
also why I was like, maybe they will scam pump it to 100 mil, but I don't want to take the risk. So because it pumped, because basically what happened is there was a pre-sale today. I think the pre-sale was at 7 mil, and so the guys who did pre-sale are up 7x or something. So I also was wary of that. So if someone could, hit the chart or something. So,
Yeah, fair.
but it does look good. Like, what do you think? Like, would you be a buyer at this price?
Um, Potentially. I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, it could be interesting if it's actually the platform's token, because like a $50, but it's not actually the Dex's token. It's essentially a meme coin, is it?
Yeah, it's the first like coin that proved the dex works, I guess. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think they made a mistake. It should have been an animal or some sort of meme coin because it probably would be 100 mil right now. But
Yeah.
because it's just like a boring token, it's just
Yeah.
kind of just there.
It's probably not a bad entry right here. Looks like it's pulled back to previous kind of resistance, so potentially not terrible. Um, but yeah, if it was actually the Dex's own token, like 40 million is nothing for that. But if it's just a meme coin, we have enough of them. So I don't know if people are interested in more. It's
Exactly.
hard.
And then what happened was Launchcoin.
Yeah.
So Launchcoin started dumping because of this token. And
Oh
it
yeah, I
went
was thinking that.
under, yeah, it went from like 230 mil to like 190.
Right.
Um, and then the founder basically tweeted saying that something bullish, like he's restarting like high profile launches or something. And then Launchcoin started going back up, and then this other one restarted retracing IXBRL.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say Launchcoin could be a nice entry if you can get it even at 200 mil.
I
What do you think of
agree.
Launchcoin right now? Is there anything more projects being launched on there that are interesting?
Yeah, I've been a fan of it. I've been following it quite closely. I think a lot of like cool startups are launching on here. Um, like the one I like quite a lot is PQL, and it's retraced quite a bit. It's basically a polymarket Telegram bot. So because
Oh
a lot
yeah, I
of
saw
people,
that.
yeah, because a lot of people like
Polycule,
me,
isn't it?
that's the one. A lot of people like me don't like using Polygon and EVM. So instead we can use like Solana on Telegram. So
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, why would you need a Telegram bot for Polymarket? But that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, exactly. So that one's quite interesting. And Polymarket itself shielded it yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
it's quite legit. And then there's quite a few like prompt is quite interesting. Is something like how helping you put ads on the like on AI somehow. And the founder's Y Combinator. I think that, and then the top one's Dupe, which is like a successful TikTok business that's on TikTok or something.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that one.
Yeah, exactly. So that one I think is still a dark horse, even though it's retraced,
Yeah,
because I feel like it's their flagship coin. And then
yeah, everything in this kind of meta is just still hasn't really bounced back yet.
yeah, I'm like, what do you think? Do you think I feel like it's here to stay, but I don't know if I'm just biased because I have bags in it.
Yeah, I think I think this is a really cool idea to be honest. Um, but like betting on the individual projects could be a bit risky. So probably Launchcoin is well, like I know we said this last time, but it's definitely the safest play out of all of these, unless there's like a better competitor that comes along or has come along against Launchcoin. But I think Launchcoin is has that guy Ben Pasternak is a good founder and like is gonna keep innovating or has made a good product.
Yeah, and like Thread guy keeps replying, suggesting he's going to do his live streams, which I was never watching, but I know that they move the market quite a bit. So if he does, then I think this thing's going to get a lot of attention, like the vape cabal, right, or whatever. They're going to be talking about these launches, and then, like you said, I'm mainly in the main token now, launch coin, because it's so PvP buying the new launches, but I am looking at the new launches because there's if like this thing does kind of succeed, then we're gonna get massive runners on here, like probably like 100 mil runner. And if
Yeah,
that happens, it's gonna send launch coin because of all the fees. So
yeah.
yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting.
But like as a like the closest, well, a couple of the closest what's the word? Things we can compare Launchcoin to would be like AI 16Z or Virtuals, which both got to billions and billions market cap. And AI 16Z, which is like basically a launch pad for AI agents, as opposed to Launchcoin, which is a launch pad for online SaaS businesses or meme coins for SaaS businesses or startup funds, something like that. I don't know how exactly you'd describe it, but AI16Z, which is dumped almost, is still down like almost 90%, still has a higher market cap than Launchcoin. So it's not like Launchcoin is 200 million, AI16Z is 300 million. So like it's not like this doesn't have any room to run. Like it could, if it became a narrative as big as AI agents, which maybe it doesn't. Like Virtuals is still 2 billion market cap, 1.2 billion, which is insane. But like maybe it doesn't have a as big a narrative as this, but you know, crypto is higher than, like Bitcoin's higher than when all this was going on. And Bitcoin and crypto will be higher over the next few months, probably. So if that is the case, then and if this becomes a meta, then this has plenty of room to run into even the billions potentially.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. I think it's just undervalued compared to the others, but I don't know. Like I think, like you said, the reason it's holding is because of the founder. But otherwise, someone could copy this launchpad. But because it has a good founder, it has the culture, I guess, with the Thread guy and other people, and then it has Nikita Bia, that big kind of advisor who works for Solana.
Yeah.
It has a lot going for it, but it's still risky. So
Have you looked into time.fun at all?
I was quite I did look into it last year, and I think I bought Taiki's ticket or
Yeah.
whatever it's called, and I just held that. I don't even think it's moved that much, but yeah, I was like, if I see a new protocol, I will just try it. So it's a really cool idea, actually. What do you think about it?
Yeah, and it's bounced back. Well, it bounced back a few days ago out of nowhere because I bought I bought some Ansem minutes at like $4, and then it went all the way up to, and then it crashed to basically zero. Forgot about it, and then it got up to $40, and now it's crashed back down again. But it is a really cool idea. We'll show you what it is if anyone doesn't know. But basically, you can buy, for example, Ansem's time in minutes. So currently, Ansem, say you want to buy an hour of his time, and he's like the most expensive guy, that would be $600. But like you can buy different creators for like cents, you know, like this does seem cheap. Like you could have, if you wanted to have a video call with Santiago or let's say Imran, who's a big investor, or Chow or any of these guys, Raj or Toli. Okay, Toli's obviously quite expensive, but you can basically buy people's time. So I don't know. I think this could potentially, like, again, no guarantees, but this could kind of potentially get a meta. Like I'm saying, maybe like a 30-20% chance that this becomes a meta at some point, that people are trading these people's time. And yeah, so you could like look for stuff that's cheap. What I did, you can see, I go to the investors because I think it's not working. Oh yeah, like Kyle Samani, 58 cent a minute. Like his time is definitely worth more than what's that? Like $30 for an hour. Like there's no way you'd be able to get him on a video call for $30 for a whole hour in real life.
Yeah.
But here you actually can. You know what I mean? Like he signed up for this. So that's like crazy when you think about it.
So they actually honor it, right? Because I signed up for it, but I didn't even check. I don't think anyone would ask for my time, but like, I don't know if people are like me who just forget to like
If they
check.
don't, yeah, if they don't honor it, you get your money back basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. It's a really good concept. I don't know if people will speculate on it
Potentially, yeah.
because we had friend tech, and I think people have like
Yeah,
got
true.
wrecked on that. But you never know. You never know. So
Man, Frentech, I like did so well on Frentech when it came out because I got in quite early, and it was actually a narrative for like 2 months or at least a month at the time. Were you in on Frentech at the time? Well, it was great fun to be trading it, and it was a good idea, and then it just flopped in the end, just poor execution.
yeah, I saw it early, but I was late to buy because I bought this similar social fi in 2020. I forgot the name, and it didn't do as that well. And I had like PTSD, but I should have just been like, oh, maybe this one is different, which I did, which I kind of made curved initially, and then I got in kind of late, and then I just got out because it was quite PvP by the time I got in, and people were botting their tickets and when they were launching and stuff. So
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from Time.Fun because like it did have a bit of a pump, but I'd say, you know, if you want to be
like you
safe, I'd
said,
say
you could buy like some good people's tickets and then wait.
that's what I was thinking. Like you can go to investors, I think I was gonna say could be a good investment because these guys, like if you want to book a call, say you want to pitch your new crypto project and you want to pitch one of these guys, it's really hard to get in a room with some of these investors. But right here, if you were like I think a lot of crypto projects would pay $30 to get a pitch with one of these guys. That's kind of what I was thinking. Or you can look at like I think it shows that there's all these different genres, and there's ones that are just about to bond. I can't find that one, but you can find ones that haven't even bonded yet, and there's some like you could be early if someone hasn't even bonded yet, so you can keep your eye out if there's any good influencer or something that you think could be good.
Yeah, I agree. It is a good one.
Yeah, so that was just a quick. I just wanted to highlight that one because I think it's a really cool idea. But maybe we could talk about some memes. Are you looking at any memes at the moment? Like, could memes make a big comeback here if Bitcoin breaks all time high? Like, I do like all the old memes, like Giga, Dog with Hat, Popcat. But I do think the better risk to reward are in the lower cap new memes that are just that haven't really had their Giga runs yet. So for me, that would be Housecoin, which we talked about. Neat, I like as well. I don't know if we talked about that one before. I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
the
just
one
really
I
funny.
like. Actually, neat. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, real
funny.
funny. Yeah, and kind of looks like it bottomed out there. So potentially like an entry around 8 million or something, or even here at 10 million. And the other one, obviously, Farcoin, all the kind of new stuff.
Filecoin's the best. I'm holding that. I'm holding.
Yeah, although, oh,
Was that my sound? Oh,
yeah, I think it's all right. But Farcoin's already what 1.4 billion. So I was just looking at the very
yeah. I
newer
think I
ones.
entered a. Yeah, I still entered quite late, probably 800 mil, but I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, maybe we can get like 3-4 bill conservatively. Obviously, I could be totally wrong, but
no, I agree. I agree for
it's
sure.
just such a good meme.
Yeah, the TradFi cope is just going to send this to $10.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and this chart is just looks really nice, just stair stepping its way up. Yeah, and then eventually probably get a blow off. If this is all dependent on Bitcoin, like if Bitcoin does like a double top like it did in 2021, that would just be horrific. Like, if we get another one of these where it just breaks the all-time high and then just nukes to zero, that would just be devastating. But obviously it's a possibility, but I don't think it will. Yeah, but if and when this does break all-time highs, what are the kind of coins you'd be looking at, apart from, well, including memes, if and when we break, like we're getting to here? I'd say, let's say, in my opinion, Bitcoin, say, gets to whatever, but it's at this point where it starts to stall out or it hits a bit of resistance, goes sideways. That's the point where everything else catches up and goes crazy. So for the next while, like let's say Bitcoin struggles here and then pops up to, I don't know, this kind of region and just struggles here. Like Bitcoin is going to outperform everything. And then once it gets here around this level, that looks so messy, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. But once we stall out here, that's when everything goes crazy. So like when we do stall out at the next like resistance point, what would kind of be the coins you'd be looking at? Hello? Okay, I think we lost Confusion. Well, sure, I'll tell you what coins I'd be looking at, and maybe Confusion will come back. Let's see if he... Let me check the comments. Hello? Are you back?
Hey, sorry, yeah, I had to leave and rejoin.
Oh, sorry.
Because of the sound.
Grand. No worries. Oh yeah, I was just asking if and when we get to this kind of level on Bitcoin, like say what I think is going to happen, Bitcoin might struggle a little bit, might break straight through, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But Bitcoin will outperform everything and then probably hit some sort of resistance, probably between 120 and 150 or something. And at that point is when like all the alts catch up and everything goes absolutely vertical and crazy. And that's where you make the big money on the alts. If that's my guess. And if that scenario plays out, what would the coins you'd be looking at?
Probably Sui. So, well, to be honest, I don't even hold Sui, but I really should. So Sui, Solana. The main new altcoin I hold is Kaito. I think Kaito is pretty good, and we should go higher, hopefully, because it just captures all the attention in the market.
Jeez,
Yeah, I just think Kaito is just going to go crazy one day because I don't even know why it's only 500 mil. But I don't know, maybe Cookie or something can compete. But
yeah, I was going to ask you
it's-
about Cookie. So if you don't know what Kaito is, do you want to explain Kaito? Because I think you might know better than me.
Yeah, it's like a new segment. It's InfoFi and it's the leader. So basically, like you sign up with your X account, and then people who kind of like have smart what they call smart followers, they rank high on the leaderboard, and then their tweets get points, and then they can get airdrops. And then protocols now, most protocols now use Kaito to see who is like the leading people talking about their like their project or their ticker, and then they hire people or they pay them to do campaigns and stuff. And it basically cuts out like what they called like marketing agencies and CMs and that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I think Cookie.fun is launched its sort of competitor. So, and if you didn't know, Kaido did. Was a good it was a good airdrop for like influencers. I don't think it was a great airdrop if you like for you and me. I think it was okay. Did you get an airdrop? I can't remember.
Yeah, I got an airdrop. Mine was okay. Like it was decent, I would say.
Yeah. But were you farming it before the airdrop?
I think I just joined it kind of early, so I got some yaps like when I joined, but
Yeah.
then it got really difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Cookie is like just a similar sort of thing. I think Cookie is still pretty good. I think the team is good, but you
Yeah.
just can't beat her first mover advantage. And the team at Kaito, who basically started the whole thing, they keep innovating. They're adding a launch pad soon. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a big launch, like a massive launch pad for projects. And they just partner with all the top projects and give massive airdrops. I think Cookie might start competing on that edge, but I don't know. I just feel like Kaito's just too ahead now.
Yeah, I do. I do want to research Kaido a bit more. It's AI essentially, isn't it? It's like an AI project that oh sorry. It's using AI to determine the amount of engagement and attention that different topics have, essentially, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it's doing.
And then Cookie.fun they created so they like the first thing they made, so it's obviously a good team as well. Where is the Agent Cookie terminal? That was the first thing they did. Oh, where they basically had I can't see it now, but oh, this one where they showed like when AI agents were going crazy, you could go to Cookie night mode, please, and see what the top projects were in the AI agent space. And now, obviously, AI agent isn't really getting the most. It's kind of taking a back seat, but they were like pretty big on this, and potentially if they're trying to be a Kaido competitor, if you're if you have a Twitter account and you have a few followers and stuff, it could potentially be one worth farming Cookie if it like potentially could be under farmed. Hello, still there? Hello. How's Confu gone again? Sure. Maybe Confu's going to leave and come back. Oh yeah, there he is. Hello.
Hey man, sorry about that. Yeah,
No worries.
so yeah, Kaito's a pretty interesting one. Yeah, what about your picks? I'd be interested to know because I think I'm kind of too degen sometimes, and I'm not good with alts. But I think you're better like at choosing alts and having positions in alts.
Yeah, maybe my degen sometimes is pretty bad, so I think you're better at degenning for sure. My main things that I like in terms of alts would be probably Hyperliquid. I think Hyperliquid. Yeah, I think it's a Solana type opportunity. Where's Trading View gone? No, where's it gone? Trading View. Did I close it? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I think Hyperliquid is it's had a bit of its run now, but it's probably like Solana at $60 or something. So let me bring up the chart. So it started to pump, and yeah, right now it's at a bit of resistance. So I don't know. It's not a perfect entry, but I think this is like one of the most obvious plays for the rest of the bull cycle. It's kind of if I was to put a significant stake into anything for the rest of the bull market, I do think it's Hyperliquid for me anyway.
To be honest, I agree with you. I forgot about that one. I totally agree on Hyperliquid.
Yeah, and like I was saying, maybe it's not an amazing entry. Like maybe you want to wait until it's breaking out of the Leonardo DiCaprio resistance, which is like 25 years old, that people were saying, or wait for a pullback. But what I'm doing quite heavily, which I think is definitely worth doing, is farming the Hyper EVM. So it's like just basically doing a few transactions using the Hyper EVM, and I do think the next hype airdrop, whenever it is going to be again really nice. Not as amazing as the first one because obviously there's a lot more users on Hyperliquid and stuff, but it's still going to be really good because it's like, I think it's in the top 20. I think it's like ranked 20, so it's like billions and billions of market cap, and they have another 30% of the supply to give away. So it's going to be still a massive airdrop, but obviously shared between more people, so you're not going to get like $1 million airdrop. But yeah, I still definitely think it's worth, just using the DeFi applications on Hyperliquid. I've done a couple of videos on that. HyperSwap, Kitten Swap, trade the NFTs, buy some meme coins, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so if you don't have, like, I know it's kind of, it feels a bit risky to buy alts like so late in the cycle. So if you don't want to do that, you could just farm the EVM on Hyperliquid and just use Hyperliquid to trade perps and stake Hyperliquid and everything.
How would you farm it? Just mainly, like, do you say staking and perps?
No, the main way I would farm it is you do that. So if you're doing perp trading, definitely do it on Hyperliquid or another like perp dex that doesn't have a token. But I'd probably still do it on Hyperliquid. So if you're going to do that, do it. And if you hold Hyperliquid, you might as well stake it. But I think they will outsizedly reward people who are using the EVM chain that they made. So they made their own layer one, and it's basically like any other layer one. They have like all sorts of DeFi applications, NFTs, and it's EVM compatible, so you can just use your MetaMask wallet, buy meme coins, all that kind of stuff, and liquid stake Hyperliquid. So you can liquid stake Hyperliquid, borrow USDC against it. Like there's a number of different fun things, or not fun things, but different things you can do to earn yield on it and that kind of thing. So that's kind of the main way I try and get exposure to Hyperliquid. But yeah, obviously it's ripped all the way from under $10 all the way up to 30 in a straight line. So it's kind of scary to enter, but there you go.
Yeah, it has massive upside though, but is it potentially like massive upside? I actually don't hold much Hyperliquid anymore, but I do use the Perps product, so I'm hoping that gives me some sort of airdrop.
Yeah, and it's like the biggest use case of crypto is like trading, and the biggest money makers in crypto are Coinbase and Binance, and they're worth hundreds of billions. So like if Hyperliquid takes a little cut of that, then it's gonna go into it's not gonna 100x, but it could like 3, 4x, 5x even for the rest of the cycle, which is like amazing. And I think it's also like somewhat lower risk in the fact that they earn so much revenue, and they like this token actually has not utility, but it has like buyback pressure from all the revenue that they're generating. Like all the revenue they make basically goes back to buying back the hype token. So that's why it's just doing so nicely now. And the more volatile crypto gets, the more money they make and the more hype they buy back. So it has fundamentals, so it gives it a bit of a floor potentially.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. The other one, I'm also, I like Sui as well, but like, I don't know if you saw, like Sui had one advantage over Solana in the fact that they had a faster finality time, but Solana, like within the year or within a couple of years, like it's constantly improving, and they're bringing out another new client again, or another new code that's going to make the finality time even faster. I don't know if you saw that. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's just like Solana's just going to get so good, and it's going to continue getting so good. And Sui already has like pretty high market cap, but like I do think it's going to outperform. But like for me, I don't think the risk to reward on Sui, because it's already such a high market cap, is like, this is Sui versus Solana, so it's obviously outperforming Solana recently. But even still, it's like such a high market cap. So instead of buying Sui the token, because it's already tens of billions of market cap, I'm doing a little bit of farming on Sui. So if Sui does well, I'll get some airdrops for the top Sui DeFi platforms, which could be good if Sui becomes a good narrative. And because I don't have a huge amount of cash that I want to be adding into crypto right now, I'd rather just farm stuff, use my stables to farm projects and potentially get nice airdrops. That's kind of what I'm thinking in regards to Sui.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's exactly what I want to do as well. I need to look into it more.
Yeah, I can tell you what to do, but I forget off the top of my head. The other one
Yeah.
I like is grass. I don't know. I think we talked about this one.
Yes, we have. Yeah, a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of bounced back, and yeah, I'm still super bullish on this. I think it does have a medium-sized market cap, but again, so what is that, like 3 billion market cap or something? But it is AI and it's actually making shitload of revenue. I kind of do think like fundamentals, I know they don't seem to matter a lot, but I do think in this cycle they're starting to actually matter a bit more. Like, does your token actually have any value outside of speculation? And stuff like Hype and stuff like Grass, stuff like Sui, stuff like Solana, they all have, the token actually has fundamental value rather than just speculation.
Yeah, you do need some of that in your portfolio, unlike me. So,
Yeah,
by the way, did you see there's another big coin that launched today called DIS?
I was going to talk about this one. Yeah,
It's apparently like grass. Like, I don't really
yeah,
understand what it does, but people are
yeah,
saying
me
this is the
neither.
Hyperliquid AI. But I think they're just trying to show their bags. So,
Yeah, I bought some just in case. I have it up here
is it
somewhere.
47 mil? Like, do you think that's a good price to enter?
I haven't looked into this enough. Like, people are saying it's come back a bit. It's kind of like a mixture between render, if you know what render is, like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a mixture between render and grass. Yeah, they're just trying to hit all the buzzwords, I think. But yeah, this is just launched today. There's a few good runners today. Like this one, IBRL, just basically this launched at 7 p.m. and it's 11 p.m. and it's 50 mil. Like pretty impressive. Maybe it also kind of shows that, liquidity is coming back and people are ready to speculate. But yeah,
Yes.
basically the only reason I looked at this and the only reason I bought this is because like there was some, high quality CT accounts I follow who are shilling this, and that's why I thought it was interesting. So yeah, I need to do a bit more research. But if you're watching this video, potentially want to definitely look into and learn more about. Do you know more about it than that, or did you get any of it?
No, I mean, I'm looking at it closely though. Like, I'm trying to understand what it is, but maybe sometimes you just buy and not research afterwards because in case it pumps. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you, I've seen legit people like shill it, like Andy, who was pretty early to Pasternak and Launchcoin.
Who's Andy?
Um,
I don't even know if I follow him.
Andy, so he is Andy 8052. So he was very early to Pasternak.
Oh, this guy. Okay, I better follow him.
Yeah, and he endorsed this DIS token as well. I'm pretty sure he did. Like, I saw a tweet by him somewhere.
Yeah, the world's distributed AI supercomputer doesn't really get more buzzwordy than that.
Exactly. He also showed something else. They're really. Wait, was this? Okay, I think Mamo is some ex Coinbase guy's token. I think. Oh, I did see this showed in the TG, but I didn't even have time to think about it.
That's on base. Interesting. Yeah, I think a few things have popped off on base as well. So base isn't dead either.
Yeah, he said they're really letting me buy another ex senior Coinbase devs coin on base 7 figures. I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't trust everything he says though, but he was early to this one, and he was chilling. Yeah, he retweeted Mamo. Yeah, and he was shilling. I'm pretty sure he was shilling Diz, but I can't find the post right now.
Okay. Um. Any other memes that you're interested in?
Um, no, I've been a bit hands off on memes just because of the ICM stuff, and
Oh yeah.
I just feel like there's a shift. Like I feel like memes are going to be more difficult going forwards. Like you just stick to the top ones, like Whiff and Farcoin. You know, House Coin's fine as well. Yeah, those ones are fine, but I would just not be careful with very new launches.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking garbage going around recently. This is I kind of like this one, Chill House. Do you know this one?
Yeah, it makes me laugh. So yeah, I do like it. I'm not going to buy it though, but
Yeah, but
I
there's a
wouldn't be
few.
surprised if it does well. So
Yeah, there's a few kind of somewhat scammy ones. What did you think of like XBT? Oh, that just wrong one. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, Ansem showed it, but I didn't never really understood it.
Yeah, there was just like a lot of these like people just shilling stuff relentlessly, writing huge threads about stuff like, "Oh, this is the next big thing," blah blah blah, and them just going nowhere because they were just crap memes and like useless. Like people were like, "Oh, this is so hilarious because the coin is useless." Nah, that's not really funny, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. You have to be careful with the memes at the moment. But yeah, it's we've yet to see if internet capital markets was just a fad, but I'm still leaning towards the idea that it's not a fad. I do like the whole idea of it.
yeah, yeah. No, it is a really cool concept. I think it could take off. It's just which launch pad does
Mm.
it. I think Pasternak, but it could be this IBRL. Like it could be
Is
something else.
is IBRL kind of similar to Launchcoin in the fact that it's going after like startups, or is it just a DEX for anything? Do you know?
I think it's a Dex for anything, but the way Raj showed it was as if it was. He said internet capital markets on this
Right.
on the tweet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said that, or Tolly did. One of those did. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to say. This Discoin's breaking out right now, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I bought some of that and it immediately like topped out where I bought it. So that's good to hear.
I think Diz and IBRL are the ones to watch today.
Okay.
Maybe IBRL, I might buy this dip now. I don't know. I'll think about it because it is a good product, but the thing is, it's a test token. So I'm like,
Yeah.
someone just clipped 20K out. Wow, it's gonna go lower now. They
Well,
probably did the pre-sale or something. You know, I don't
yeah.
blame them.
All right. Is there anything else you're looking at for the next, let's say, like, what do you think for the next few months?
I'm
Like,
quite keen on virtuals, but maybe that we could talk about it next week or in the next show. But virtuals is definitely something to watch in terms of the how they're doing these pre-sale launches and stuff. It's pretty
yeah, I saw.
interesting.
Yeah, I saw a few of your tweets. Um, could you explain what's going on with this? It's like a new, and you have to like
Yeah,
stake or something.
yeah, it's a new like it's version 2 where they have launches on here which uh, like what it is they launch agents on here at 220K market cap and it's like a pre-sale and then they it's like anti-sniper and everything and then they're all AI agents but they've been doing really well like if you go for a hyped one often you get a like 50 to 100x well not often but sometimes you can
So is
So
this
it's quite
like
regular.
this is an example? Busy, is it?
Yeah, busy. I think so. I think it went to all-time high of 4 million, but I haven't been following it since. So 4 million divided by 220K, that was 18x. Oh no, sorry, it went to 6 mil, I think. So yeah, probably a 40x.
So how do you
Um,
get in on these?
that's the
Is it-
thing, it's pretty hard. You have to get points by trading these tokens or holding virtuals or staking tokens or yapping. So Kaito again. So via
Oh,
Kaito, so you yap about virtuals and you get like some points. The thing is,
nice.
when these things are very hyped, they get very oversubscribed. So I literally got a $5 entry into Busy, even though I have loads of points.
Yeah,
So my $5 was still turned into like $150 or something. It was pretty good,
yeah.
but like it's just it's like
You
not.
wish you could put in more, like,
Yeah, that's why
more
they do
dollars.
well though, I think, because you can't put in like crazy amounts because
Right,
people do
yeah.
instantly cheat it. So like even I
Yeah.
do. Like
If you put in 100 and then it went to 5K, then you'd be like much more likely to cheat it. But if it's $100, you'd be like, ah, fuck it. Like,
yeah, exactly. So um
and it still has like you need to hold virtuals in order to get points to do this. So that's why virtuals seems to be doing well, is it?
yes, yeah, exactly. That's why virtuals is doing well right now. Like I staked virtuals and I hold. I've The thing is they had this Jeet gel where if you were selling the tokens straight away, you go in Jeet gel and then you don't accumulate points for 7 days, which is quite a long time.
That's so funny.
So I was holding a lot of my tokens, but they changed it now. So I G'd most of mine, and you have to stake from tomorrow. So I have actually already staked. There's one called Arbus, Arbus, which I did on the launch pad, and it did pretty well. But I just held it and staked it because the official virtuals account shows it, um, and like it looks good. It's like what is it? I think Arbus is like InfoFi, like Kaito. I don't know what the market cap is right. Yeah. Oh, it's gone down a bit. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like this one.
So are these all AI agents or is this like a new launch pad for anything?
Yeah, it's more AI agent focused, but yeah, I guess even this one, I think it is an agent. The
Yeah.
issue I have with virtuals is a lot of these are probably LARPs. Like they don't
Yeah.
actually have working products yet, and they're just launching. So, but I think this one is okay because Virtuals endorsed it. Virtuals is market making this one. I mean, it could go lower. Like I wouldn't endorse to buy it, but like I got in very cheap because I did the pre-sale at 220K, so I don't really care like about the
Yeah.
short-term price action. But yeah, I do think this is where, like, if you can try and get some virtuous points, because I do think they're going to keep launching good tokens. At the same time, if you don't have time, maybe you just buy the virtuals token and then and then sell that into like some sort of staking hype or something. So
And are these, you think AI agents are going to have a comeback then? Or are having a comeback?
I think so, but I think people know they're kind of larpy now. So what it makes me bullish on is AI XBT. Yeah, because that's the only good agent.
Yeah.
It's actually good. Like I actually, you ask the questions, people talk to it. It still has a lot of attention. That is probably, if you're going to bet on AI agents, that's clearly the one, isn't it?
Look at this. This chart looks nice too, as well. Like, looks like it's bottomed at least.
Damn, it was like 100 mil not long ago. But I
Yeah.
guess,
But yeah, interesting. Uh,
are you bullish on agents, or do you think they're kind of just a trend?
to be honest, I haven't even thought about AI agents in a while. But if they do make a comeback, I guess I should have a look. But I always kind of thought AI is the most important niche for this cycle. So
Mhm.
it's definitely important to be on top of all the AI sort of plays. Um, but at the same time, I'm kind of more interested in this like launch coin meta if that takes off, because I think new stuff always gets the most attention and thus the best returns, but it hasn't really proven that it's going to come back yet, or if it's going to be a flash in the pan. So yeah, maybe I should start having a look at all this stuff again.
Yeah. Either that or internet capital markets, but
Yeah,
some people I follow are saying this thing could go lower. So launch coin,
yeah, yeah. The chart looks a bit make or
scary.
break. Yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah. So, but yeah, I would keep an eye on launch coin maybe for the new launches, and then maybe 150 mil actually could be a better entry than right now.
launch. Where's it going? Alex is asking if Nilion is going to hit a billy. Do you know
Nearly
Nilion?
no. Oh, I've heard of it, but I can't actually remember what that is.
It's AI related. Fundamentals coin that launched recently. I think it's its own chain, is it? I researched this like a year ago and said this is going to be a really interesting launch when it did launch. Basically, from what I remember, yeah. So a billion is up here, would be up here if it's going to get it to a billion. It hasn't got any attention yet, but it is a really interesting project. Basically, it allows you to feed data models, like AI models, data without the AI models, like basically, basically remaining private, like training your models but keeping the data private in like a crypto way, so you can verify that your privacy of the data has been the privacy. Like, say you're asking an AI agent a question about, like, you're making it your own personal like therapist or something, you can verify that that data is not getting shared anywhere. So something like that. But I researched this like a year ago, but I was really bullish when I did research it. So yeah, like, thanks Alex for pointing that one out to me again. I think he's super bullish on it because he talks about it a lot. So yeah, I think it's one to look into a bit more. It's on
Nice.
osmosis, isn't that a
Oh
fucking
my God,
Celestia?
osmosis. Yeah,
Oh
could come
god.
back though. I saw Tia pumping recently.
Oh really?
Oh, there's one other tick I just saw. Well, I saw it earlier. I just remembered Noise, Noice. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, haven't heard of it.
So it's
Man, Tia's not coming back at all.
oh, is it not? So yeah, Noise is like on Farcaster, but it launched today. And basically,
Oh,
if
like
you like
noise.
posts, yeah,
Okay, right. I get
I
you.
think it's like if you like people's posts, you give tokens based on likes, comments, and posts. First, tipping on base, next creator tokens, later expand to X, finally Solana. So it kind of looks interesting as well. It's only 3
Yes, that's
mil.
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it probably, but because there's too much going on. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting.
And it's based on Farcaster likes or on Twitter likes?
I think it's unfortunately based on Farcaster. That's also why I didn't want to buy it.
Yeah. But if they move across to Twitter or like expand it. Noise is a pretty funny ticker actually.
Yeah,
I've heard that
I
one
mean,
before.
maybe they'll. I think they should like if they hadn't mentioned they're going to Solana, maybe I would have bought it. But because they said that, I'm guessing Base wouldn't support the token that much. But I don't know.
Okay. That's cool. All right, we've been on for an hour. Is there anything you want to any last projects you were looking at or any closing thoughts?
Um, I would just say keep looking at abstract. Like I've been fading it recently, but I think that's been doing pretty well. And yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
let's have a look at that actually before
and
abstract.xyz.
Hyperliquid, like you said, and then abstract. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I'm farming on, well, on abstract is, or the only thing I'm using, okay, I can't look at the memes on here, um, is Myriad Markets, which is like the poly market over there.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the only annoying thing, like, I kind of farm it by hedging my bet on poly market, or if I find like a discrepancy in the betting odds, then you can bet on both and then make a small scalp on the difference. But the annoying thing about Myriad is they take a 3% cut on every trade. So it's kind of like annoying, but hopefully the airdrop makes up for that.
Oh, that is annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. But is there the meme that I like on Abstract? Well, I don't like it, but the one that I hold is Newt. I don't know if you've seen that one. I'll get it up on this because that guy Crypto Dan is shilling it. Hasn't really taken off yet. Do you hold any memes on Abstract, or do you think there's any interesting ones?
I hold Polly, which is kind of slow but doing okay because Polly is in all the Instagram posts with the main penguin guy.
Polly? How do you spell
Yeah,
it? Like this?
Polly. I don't know what is that right now.
4 million?
Okay, it's very slow. I think I bought it
Oh,
like
cool.
2.5. Yeah,
Oh, it's pumping, bro.
yeah. So
That's a
I
funny
like
one to
that
look at.
one.
Yeah, because
And
it's.
yeah,
I think it's still up for grabs. What's going to be the top meme of Abstract, or even if memes become a thing on Abstract. But
yeah,
like, this is 4 million. I think the top one is like less than 20 million. So like, 20 million market cap. Like that's like a micro cap on Solana. Yet the biggest meme on Abstract. So there is upside if once Abstract gets an airdrop, or people anticipate the airdrop's coming, so they buy the top memes, thinking, oh, they're all gonna get a big airdrop and buy this meme coin, so I'll front run them. So we can front run the front runners by buying the top Abstract meme early. But yeah, this one looks really good. Yeah, because it's the penguin's wife. It makes sense.
yeah, exactly. So that one is good. I don't know if it'll be the top meme, but the right people I follow are talking about that one. I think probably the Abstract team pushes this one as well, because quite family friendly, I guess. And then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
opposite of that is Guna, which is doing pretty well.
yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen that one. It's
Oh,
quite funny. Oh my god. What is it at?
1
Because
million.
someone sent this to me at 100K. So I did
Is
buy it,
yours
but I only bought a very small amount. I just held it. And I
for
thought it
it?
was dead, but it actually went crazy. It went to like 2 mil at one point.
Purgy
So
penguin. That's so funny.
yeah.
I'm definitely buying some of that.
This could be a slow one. This is more degen, but
Yeah, yeah,
I think what sent it, oh, what you should do is the Pudgy Penguin account shielded Polly and it shielded this one. And
yeah.
then after that, they both got attention. So follow, put notifications on the Pudgy Penguins account and see what they show.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. This is the top meme on Abstract right now. Abster, which is a
Abstract.
shitty meme.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
like it. I never even looked at it. I didn't like the name, so I didn't even look at it. So
exactly. Still doing well, but like, I don't know. It's not the type of one that's gonna go to 1 billion, or people are gonna make a community out of.
I think D Pengu people like, but I'm not buying. I don't want to buy any more memes on Abstract at the moment, unless I
Yeah,
see
that's fair.
something really good. But Dark Pengu, I think D Pengu or something.
Oh yeah,
People like it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but maybe that one will do well.
this one.
Yeah,
Oh, it's still
I don't
very
know.
small.
It's still very small. Yeah, it could maybe get to a mil,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah,
don't
but that's
know.
good thinking. Looking on different chains and like the Sui ecosystem, you can also buy the memes on there. The only
Yeah.
hello. Hello. Um. Okay, I don't know if anyone can hear me anymore. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think we can end the stream here. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a lot, and come back next week for more degeneracy. All right. See you later, guys.